hope this is working. We will see. Oh, that's the wrong page. Let me see. Hopefully this is working. I have no idea. I'm so not tech savvy. Alright, so there I am. That's a good sign. Let's see, select all, copy, group, exchange, post. Is it working on YouTube? Okay, cool, Tracy Marie. Hey, Kristen, Nicole Wilson, sharing out to groups right now. Just give me one moment. My chat box is really small now, so I might miss your guys' comments. Good morning, Amy. I was up this morning trying to solve this issue with YouTube and Restream, and I had to like delete everything and go in and reconnect it, and I wasn't the one that put it up to begin with, so I think we're working now. I also have figured out that I'm now broadcasting directly to the Engelgeist group, I believe, on Facebook. So we don't have to share it to that group anymore. If I'm wrong about that, we will find that out after today. But I believe that I am now posting directly there too. And if I upgrade my package, I could post to other groups directly also, but we'll see about that. I don't know, that's an expensive upgrade. So hopefully that's what's happening. I am just sharing out to groups right now. Give me one moment so that I can get this shared out, and then we can get started. Sorry I'm late, guys. It just, I got sidetracked with trying to figure out why YouTube wasn't taking my videos, and I was bummed because the How I Can Help You Hour and the Last Charming didn't make it up on the YouTube videos, and you know, I do have a little bit of an audience over there that I would like to be able to see this stuff. So I'm hoping that this now fixes and rectifies the issue, and we're all set. Sven just came in here and scared me to death. He tried to jump up on the windowsill. His newest trick is he's jumping onto the windowsills for some stupid reason. To look out the windows probably, but the windowsill is literally like this thick, and he's a big fat cat. He has no business being up on that windowsill and jumping from down here and knocking everything off the windowsill because I have crystals and things on my windowsill. Scared me to death just a minute ago because I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention to the computer, and he jumped up there and just knocked a bunch of crap over. I'm like, what are you doing up there, you ding dong? And I mean, oh, no, that's not what I want. Sorry guys, 1 second. I don't know what's going on here. Tap the wrong button. If you guys want to share out the video too, that would be great. You could share it to your personal pages or any groups where you feel it might be enjoyed or not breaking any rules. That would be great. It all helps me get the word out. Getting out the good word. And the word has been good. Yesterday's reading was lovely, I have to say. Yesterday, as gray as it was and rainy and whatever, it was actually a really nice day. I really sort of enjoyed it. I think that's everybody. I don't know. If I missed a group, I'm sorry. I've just kind of been racing around trying to get this all together. Good morning, Amberly Holm. Good morning, Jessica Ann Farley. You made it the first time and made it on time, first time for everything. Well, actually, Jessica, I'm late, so that's why you're on time, dear. I don't know how to make this chat window bigger. Oh God, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna leave it be for now. If I missed your comments, please don't take it personally. The chat window is literally like this big now. It used to be the whole side of the page. Now it's just this tiny little box. So I see maybe 1 or 2 comments at a time and then they scroll away. So if I missed your comments, you know, thank you for sharing, Pat. Good to see you over on YouTube. Sorry that I've missed the last 4 videos. I haven't made it over to YouTube. It's kind of a bummer, but hopefully this will fix the problem. Sven's back in here, probably gonna jump on the windowsill again because he's just doing that this morning. But yeah, so we have that. So let's get into the breath work. Let me bring my chair up here. So let's do the 3 breaths that we do every morning. Let's build our pyramid or our triangle of light that we want to build as us, within us, having it fortify us, empower us, give us the sort of, you know, the validation and acceptance to allow us to shine our own light and light our own path, right? That's kind of the whole goal in all of this. That's what we're working towards. So let's close our eyes, and, you know, I like to place my hand on my body just to sort of bring myself to a more present state, you know, into the here and now. Plant your feet firmly on the ground. If you want to run grounding cords through your feet chakras, you certainly can do so. You can also run them from the base of your spine, from your first chakra, all the way down into the center of the planet. The planet, hi, good morning. You came to join? You want to sit in my lap? Sorry, the kitten's here, my little friend. So, say hello to my little friend. I'm not sure that maybe he didn't press a button 2 days ago, and that's why I haven't been able to broadcast to YouTube. This is probably not going to work with you on my lap. Why don't you go play with Sven? Okay? All right. So let's bring our attention to right here, right now, in the present moment. Set our attention in the center of our head, our attention in the center of our head, bringing our attention to now. And let's take in that first breath in through the nose, deep into the belly. And hold that breath and begin to emanate that light from our heart chakra out into our body. Allow that light to touch every cell of our body, offering healing, alignment, purpose, ease, grace. Adjust our chakras and release that breath. Giving thanks to the body for all that it does for us, for all the communications that it gives to us, both positive or what we would deem as negative, but it's all forms of communication. Ease and dis-ease are all forms of the way that our body speaks to us, right? And I know that dis-ease or sort of feeling uncomfortable in our body can feel exactly that, which is uncomfortable, but we need to acknowledge that and be grateful for that and allow our body to speak to us, right? So today we want to give thanks to the body and open that door of communication. The cats are like up to no good this morning. I'm sorry, guys. All right, let's take in that second breath. Oh, and let's light up that first light in the pyramid or the triangle, that first side of the 3-sided pyramid that we have going on in front of us in our mind's eye. Let's take in that second breath and hold. Emanate that light to the outer edges of the body, to the tips of the fingers, the top of your head, the bottoms of your feet, allowing it to heal and brighten, raising your vibration, allowing your chakras to settle and come into alignment, and release that breath, letting go of anything that doesn't serve us, anything that we don't need right now in this present moment, anything that we can put away for now and deal with later. Let it go. Giving thanks to the mind, allowing the mind's light to sort of light up on our triangle or our pyramid, that side of the pyramid. Seeing that light up and connect with the body, seeing them in appreciation and sort of in validation and gratitude of one another, seeing them working together in sync, right? The energy of being in sync or synthesis. Allowing them to say hello to one another, to communicate back and forth to one another with ease and grace and appreciation. And thanking the mind for all the work that it does for us. Even the worry, like, let's be grateful for that. Find gratitude for that. Sven, if you're going to jump on that windowsill, I will kill you. Don't do it. All right, let's take in that. I can hear him lingering over here, even with my eyes closed. All right, let's take in that third breath. And hold. Allow that white light to emanate out past our body, into our aura, all the way to the outer edges of our aura. Below, above, and all the way around us. Healing the energy of our aura. Healing our allow for any last minute chakra adjustment, our spirit will take care of it. And release that breath. Letting go of anything that we don't want to deal with right now. We don't have to in this present moment. We are safe here. We are whole here. We are of value and capable here. Lighting up that last side of the pyramid, or that last corner of the triangle. That's the triangle, or the corner of the soul, the side of the soul. Seeing it sort of light up and come in connection and communion with the mind and the body, and be in support of both of those aspects of self. All three equal, all three acknowledged, all three validated, and giving gratitude to the soul and the spirit for everything that it does for us, for all of the work, both seen and unseen, for all of the sort of capability that it has, tapped and untapped, right? There's vast amounts of knowledge within us that we have from previous lifetimes, from, energetic knowledge, things that we haven't even accessed yet. Being an appreciation of that, and just allowing that to be there, whether we understand it or not, opens the door for us to maybe access it at some point within our lives. And as we acknowledge that, we see those three sides of that pyramid sort of light up. Imagine a light in the center of that pyramid lighting up, and that lights up the base of the pyramid, the final triangle of this pyramid, the final side, which is underneath, which is the foundation for this pyramid. And this is our emotional well-being. This is our emotional self. This is the communication between the mind, the body, and the spirit, right? It's the emotions. We feel them at all levels. And so this is how our mind or body or our spirit may communicate with us, right? And how we sort of translate that information. Being in gratitude for those emotions, and acknowledging both positive and negative, all of them serve a purpose. All of them sort of, you can't have positive without negative, right? So it's all really a plus if we look at it in that light. Allowing that light to shine, bringing that triangle, if it feels comfortable to you, into our space. I place it in my third eye, in my heart chakra, and all my chakras all the way down. This is your triangle, this is your pyramid. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, you don't have to, but you certainly are allowed to. This is your own personal light. You're allowed to shine it whenever you like. It will keep you safe. It has strength beyond any measure. It is unbreakable. It is so capable, beautiful, strong. Acknowledge that and be in gratitude for that. Begin to become comfortable with that idea. Bringing this forward every day helps us to set our intention for not only the day, but we can also set it as the intention for the week, the month, this year, our entire lifetime. And when you're done there, you can take one last breath if you'd like, when you feel good and complete. And open your eyes. Hi, Patrick President. Thank you for liking the wings behind me. Thank you very much. Good morning. How are you? If I've missed anybody's comments, I'm sorry. My chat box is much smaller today. I'm having chat box envy. Today is the 16th. It's slipping by. So January 16th, what does Spirit want us to know? What would serve our highest good for us as a collective? What is the forecast for today, January 16th? Yesterday's reading was beautiful. This whole week feels rather transformative, even though it's a kind of quiet winter period. I think that the transformations are significant, even though they may be subtle. My transformation will be that I'll actually change out of this shirt today. You guys have seen me in it for 2 days in a row. But I am doing laundry and getting stuff done around the house. I am being productive. Not a lot. But I just got caught up with the computer this morning. So let's see, what does Spirit want us to know? Good morning, Leslie West Salisbury. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for doing this practice with us. This is the 3 breaths practice, and you guys can build upon this. You guys can work with it, and if it fits for you, if you like it, you can play with it. You can also take the triangle aspect, and you can place the light that you feel needs the most support on top of that triangle for the day. If you're mentally feeling anguish, you can place your mental light up at the top of that triangle and allow the body light, the emotion light, and the spirit light to support it, right? Or if you're physically feeling like you're ailing, or your body's talking to you, communicating to you in the form of, say, a head cold, and you need a little more nurturing at the physical level, move that body light to the top of that triangle. and allow it the grace and ease to be cared for by the other aspects of self. The idea here is we're creating self-love, right? We're emanating our light, we're getting comfortable with our own light, and as we do that, we liberate others to do so too. Right? It's a very simple practice. And then we can, play with that practice in our own doing this work throughout the day. Sometimes a light might actually communicate with us. If we talk to it, we can open it up in that way. We can light up those three sides and then go, okay, which side of the pyramid wants my attention today? Which side of the pyramid wants to talk to me, and what does it want to say to me today? And then listen for the messages. Could be interesting. All right, let's see what's going on here for today for us. Good morning, Leslie Ann. Good morning, Marita. How are you? Nice. So I'm gonna flip the camera. What is that up above her nose? Hold on, I'm gonna flip the camera. Oh, I'm not prepared for you guys. Hold on, I'm sorry, this is from the Charming. Let me change this really quick. I'm gonna have to adjust the camera. I thought I did this last night after the Charming, but I guess it didn't take because I was messing with OBS this morning. Give me one moment, guys, and I will zoom in the camera so you can see the card. A little bit of the behind the scenes action happening for you here at Engelgeist. Thank you guys for tuning in too, by the way. You can always subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can like the business page and follow it. Follow the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I go live. That way you don't miss any given moment of wonderful fun that we have around here, which we do have a bit of fun. All right, so the card here is the Empress, and I love this card. I want to look at this. What is this above her head? What is it? Am I blind as a bat? Is that the moon? I think that's the moon up there. It looks kind of like the moon. It also sort of looks like a weird dragon face to me. I don't know why I'm seeing that this morning. But the Empress is always about sort of female creativity, that sort of essence of Mother Earth in a way to me. And she feels sort of ripe with the idea of creation. I feel like this Empress here, this seal, she is sort of looking to the moon or to her own intuition, and she's kind of tapping into that more, I feel as though the moon is a feminine energy, right? It's a more passive energy, it's a deeper side of ourselves. And from that place, as she has this sort of communion with the moon, I feel like the moon gives us information. Our intuitive side or our deeper selves gives us the information that we need. And then when I'm looking at that, I feel like the information is being relayed back, and then through her crown chakra, she's utilizing that information as her knowing, right? And that's this sort of beautiful crown that sits upon this seal's head, right? I know that sounds a little silly, but that's what I'm feeling from this card this morning, is tapping into our sort of our intuitive selves. Our emotional selves here is represented in the water to me. I feel like the seal is a very adept creature in the water, right? Seals come from the water. They can breathe both on land, which would be the material world, and then they can move through water quite quickly, and they're quite at home within their own emotions. So to me, this feels like a balance of our emotions, really owning that. Yesterday we had that beautiful Ace of Cups card, which said to me, emotionally, we were probably riding on a little bit of a high, or we were able to achieve that high yesterday. Today, there feels like there's a calming, but that calming or that high might have brought us to this calming and then allowed us to access this energy of the Empress, which is allowing us to feel emotionally calm and tap into our intuitive selves and bring that information forward and utilize that information from a place of knowing, right? And I also like that her head is tilted up into the air. Not only is she communicating with the moon here, but to me, she's also sort of looking to higher ideals. She's looking to higher goals. She's sort of, she stays grounded, right? I feel like she is grounded. She's resting somewhere on some part of the planet, but she's grounded, yet she's sort of accessing her higher wisdom or her knowledge today. And maybe setting some goals for herself today. Remember that the end of the week card for Saturday was going to be that Ace of Pentacles, which to me, this is that sort of creative, earthbound, earth mother energy where within the Empress that allows us to sort of dream big, get creative, give birth to new ideas, bring those ideas forward in a sort of creative and thoughtful way, right? There's this beauty to the Empress card generally that is very nurturing and allows us to nurture sort of our dreams, our desires, our intuitive notions, or not even notions, because to me, I feel like this is knowing. When I look at this crown on her head, it's very prominent. So to me, it feels like we are knowing from our crown chakra, from our seventh chakra, what it is we want at a, not only at an intuitive level, but at an emotional level, because I feel like that water behind her is very calm and even. So we've maybe found ourselves in a place today where if we access our calm, emotional calm, and we get clear on that, we can indeed tap into our intuition at a much deeper level and find creative ways of knowing how to go about achieving higher goals that we want for ourselves. And that will be sort of also that culmination of that Ace of Pentacles that I saw at the underpinning on Sunday's reading. So think about that today as a group of you guys, as a collective. What is it that you guys want to bring in? What would feel emotionally like good, calming? What is it that you're sort of looking at this year as maybe high goals, right? And that's that her head tilted to the sky is sort of like, how do we go about manifesting the wonderful things in our lives that we do deserve? Her being the Empress says to me that she is, royalty. She deserves everything that she can create and wants to give to herself, but she is the one that's in charge. She is the one that has to bring about that the creation of that, right? So, oh, I love this. God, these are really beautiful. And I love the blues, like the blues playing together. There's emotional tranquility in the water and the blue sky, which is also the element of air, which would be the intellect. So it feels to me like there's a balance between the emotional and the intellect, and we're accessing the intuitive, we're knowing it, and we're really relishing it and sort of thinking long-term, giving birth to long-term goals, and really understanding that we maybe deserve it and we are owning it. Like, this is the day to own it. So the next card we have here is I Am Whole. And it is the number 3 card, which I love threes, the mind, the body, and the spirit, and my thing, Engelgeist 333. So, and that's like a 333 is an angel number, which kind of has a pretty heavy significance, which that's not why I chose it. I chose 333 because of 3 times 3 times 3, which is sort of like a Wiccan thing. And so that's why I put 333 at the end of my Engelgeist name and the moniker. So, but threes are always representational of the mind, the body, and the spirit, of like the 3 major components of ourselves, right? So I love that this is the card for number 3 for the day. I am whole, meaning we're acknowledging all 3 sides of our spirit, or all 3 sides of our pyramid. I am perfectly created. I am a wonderfully unique individual. Every lesson I have learned, every risk I have taken, and every achievement I have made contributed to who I am. Because of that, I am whole. And that's the beauty of this Empress, right? She knows that maybe she hasn't done everything perfectly throughout all the way, but we're getting to this place where, excuse my French, but who gives a shit? Like, we are whole. We are allowed to love ourselves in the given present moment as we are. Again, we have the moon taking a prominence here. We have sort of the light kind of being a little bit clouded, which is okay, because what we're doing here is we're accessing our more spiritual or intuitive self, our own deeper subconscious intuition. We see that here also reflected in the Empress, but that knowledge needs to come forth now. That knowledge needs to come forth and that awareness, so that we like live from that place of feeling whole and operating from that place. Because when we bring that energy into our life and into our day-to-day experiences, it becomes really like powerful and can shift things in ways that we wouldn't, expect. So keep that perspective today. And then the stone for today is promise. And this is on marble, but to me, this white stone makes me think of spirit. That's why I sort of chose this marble, because I don't have white stones, but they didn't have any sort of white crystal stones, so I chose these white stones. They kind of represent sort of the more spiritual aspect of things to me, right? So like when we get some of the more, there's some with carnelian in the bag, there's some with obsidian, but these white stones speak to me about the idea of connecting with spirit. Again, we have like connecting to our subconscious intuition happening here. So this would be more about a spiritual nature, our own spirit connecting to that. The promise of this is sort of, what have we promised ourselves is what it makes me think of, right? The day being full of promise, the opportunity to sort of, the promise and opportunity of sort of realizing that we are whole, even in, our mistakes, even in whatever it is that we've done, however it is we are feeling right now. Try and picture ourselves as being whole. Try and picture ourselves as having this like wonderful creative energy about us, this wonderful ability to know who we are intuitively, and bringing that about. I also feel like this promise stone is saying to me, like, how do I want to put this? Connecting to spirit and figuring out what was your spirit's promise to you in this lifetime. What do you think that might be at a mental level or at a physical level? What is your body's promise to you in this lifetime? What do you think that your mental contract is with yourself? These would be things to sort of look at today in sort of this intuitive energy, this sort of calm, blue, beautiful, emotionally tranquil energy. Sort of connect with those things today and find out what were those promises that maybe were made back when you first came into this body. What are those promises now, today, in the present moment? What promises can you make to yourself to maintain this feeling of being whole? And what areas do you need to maintain those promises, right? Or to reconnect those opportunities for growth and sort of promise in that way, right? So what I'm thinking is like, the idea of promise is sort of like, where can we take this today? Where can we sort of recommit to ourselves and really sort of bring about this, not only this feeling of being whole, but also this feeling from the Empress about sort of compassion, abundance, creativity, really knowing who we are, looking to the stars, and really beginning to dream again, right? And it's not just about, dreams are somewhat, with a dream, there's always this idea that there's a possibility of it being unattainable, but I don't feel like that's the case here. I feel like a promise is something that you make and you keep it, right? So if there's any promises that maybe you haven't been keeping thus far, today might be a good day to come across them and acknowledge them and maybe update them with yourself so that you can find yourself being more whole and feeling more connected, right? And from that place and from that those new sort of established contracts or promises that you're making to yourself, those new ways of viewing yourself or holding yourself in your world, what can you create? What kind of promise can you create for yourself? And I mean that like in the idea of, like the promised land, like, it can be full of all sorts of opportunity if we allow it. We just need to hey, Tracy Swinson from Perth. I've been to Perth. I love your city. It's a wonderful city. So think about that today. And when you're thinking about that, that's kind of where we want to like connect intuitively, and also like start that creation, start the idea of that creation, start with playing with the idea that we have the power and the ability within this Empress card to sort of create that for ourselves, right? We are at Thursday the 16th, guys. This is a beautiful week of cards. This is a beautiful week of messages. I really think that there's an ease to these cards, and there's a beauty that's happening that if we just sort of ease into it and allow it to happen and start to view ourselves, with the validation that I'm seeing in these cards, really wonderful things can happen for us. And we deserve each and every bit of it. So, allow that in. Leslie West Salisbury says, wow, I've been hearing this a lot. Listen, I don't know how to open up these comments. How do I do that? Is it this? Oh no, I don't want to block you, sir. Sorry, Leslie, I didn't mean to block you. I mean, I didn't block you, but I can't read your whole comment because my chat window is so small. Maybe, what happens here? What is this button? No, I don't want to log out. Cancel. I'll have to figure out this chat now. It is cute because it's up in the corner here, but I can't read My self-intuition. Okay. Wow, I've been hearing this a lot in yourself and your intuition. Good. Trust it. Excuse the bedhead, guys. It's very unattractive. Um, so that is your forecast for the day. Oh, wait, that's not the window I wanted. What is going on here? I'm a mess today. Oh, I have my chat up. Sherry Swanson says, may I have a reading, please? Sherry, the morning forecast is for everyone. This was your reading. If you weren't paying attention, it is to be shared by everyone. If you'd like to book a reading, you can message me at the Facebook page, the business page. You can send me a message there, and I can give you more information about that. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. You're very welcome, Pat. Hey, Linda Rose, how are you? I'm glad you got to see me today, too. It's been a little bit. I hope you're well. What was I going to say? You can also follow me on Instagram at Engelgeist333. And Tracy Swinson says, hi, I'm an expat in Egypt also. Love triangles. They're powerful. I think they're powerful. And I found out that the interesting thing, I want to get, maybe I need to go to Fiverr. I want to get an animation made of this three-sided triangle, this three-sided pyramid, where it actually lights up, where how I see it in my head as I'm doing the breathing work with you guys, I want it to like be happening in the corner of the screen. I don't know how to do that. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to do that so that I can show you guys like physically what I'm talking about so that you can better understand, so that maybe you can visualize it for yourself. But any way that you guys choose to visualize it is really the most ideal, because that's your own visualization and that's your own way of sort of finding your answers and your knowledge. Hey, Kimmy Vance, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. So, thank you. You're awesome too. So I'm going to try and research that and see if I can figure that out. And I'm going to maybe do a longer video of the actual 3 breaths meditation, where it's just solely that meditation, so that we can work on it and talk about different ways where we can take it. For each person, you know, like I said, your own intuition and where you feel inspired to take it is really the most powerful place for you to do. Okay? And you're welcome for, yeah. Hi, Margaret Saunders. Good morning. Lovely to see you too. So, you guys, that is your forecast for the day. For those of you that might be tuning in late, please just rewatch the video. Go over to YouTube and give it a like, a thumbs up, or give it a thumbs up wherever you're watching it from now. I greatly appreciate it. It just helps to get the word out, and it helps to get views. It helps the algorithm. And again, I'm always available for private readings if you guys are interested. I will be on again tomorrow in the morning, and then Friday night is charm night, so we'll be doing charm readings for $25 each. That's all bookable via my PayPal links, which I don't have up, so I will just let that go for now. But Kimmy, I'm not doing cards in the morning. In the mornings, it's the broadcast, it's the forecast for everyone. So you're welcome, Tracy. You have a wonderful day too. The morning is the forecast. This reading is for the group collective of everybody, the energy of everyone. So it's something to key into and either tap into, aspire to, or just totally run that energy if you're already in it. Okay? So I will see you guys tomorrow in the morning. Hopefully this has fixed all of my YouTube issues, and I will be on tomorrow night for the charming. Yes? Yes. All right. So have a good day, you guys, and I will see you all. Thank you for being patient. Sorry I was on late today, but, you know, tech issues, and I'm not a tech guy, so I had to fix them. But take care, and thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. All right, bye-bye.